All right, folks. Hey, welcome to episode number 2 of getting to know your speakers that are going to be talking to you guys at Millionaire Mastermind 4. That's right. It's coming up here in just a couple of weeks, May 1st, 2021, from 12 to 4 p.m. Make sure you get to teamambit.com and get registered, because not only are we giving away some cool stuff, but every dollar that you put into the raffle, at a chance to win some of those cool things, you're going to be donating to these two great programs. Listen, like I told you the other day, we've got an all-star cast of speakers. Really, these interviews are just designed to kind of show you that we're all real people. We come from all walks of life. Some of us have had a little bit more success or luck, however you look at it, than other people. But I want you to see that you're on the same path to a lot of these people that are already at the top. So without further ado, we're going to get to our second interview. This guy and his wife, and we love them to death. They, when they come into a room, they are literally a bundle of energy, and you're going to see that his just passion for this business is just totally contagious. So I'm going to bring on National Consultant, $1 Million Club member, Thien Bui. National Consultant in Ambit Energy, part of the $1 Million Club. Woo! Glad you're here, man.
How are you, Kevin Duncan?
I'm doing fantastic. Listen, we're going to have some fun with this, because I'll bet you I'm going to learn some stuff about some of these people that we're going to interview that I had no idea about. So we're going to kick this off with kind of just a basic question for those people out there that don't know who you are. So do me a favor, just kind of let them know who you are and let them know what you used to do before Ambit Energy.
Look at that. Yeah, I went to 6 years of college, and then became a teacher, a public high school teacher. So that was like my passion, my drive, my goal. I taught high school for a total of 9 years, and that's my total background. Yep. And of course, everyone knows who have children knows the teacher schedule. We get there before the students, and we leave after the students. Make sure all the grading reports and all the state mandates met, et cetera, et cetera. So yes, for all those who understand teacher lifestyle and who have children, I was the one.
Right. Don't forget, you guys are super underpaid for what you do, man. Teachers, every time I talk to a teacher, I'm like, God bless you, right, for what you do, because they don't pay you enough for that stuff. So what attracted you to the business? Kind of how did tell us how that kind of came about?
Just a segue on your comment about not getting paid. Well, now we don't get paid enough, I would say. We do get paid, but not enough. But back in 2007, 2008, when the recession hit, gas prices, I still remember this, gas price was up to $4 a gallon. It wasn't how it was now. And some, depending on each state, but Texas, that was the one. And everything went up in price except for my salary. I even asked my boss if I could work overtime. But when you're a salary-based government employee, there's no such thing as overtime. She just says, go figure it out. Like, in other words, there's nothing we can do, extracurricular activity, for the state to add into your monthly paycheck. And as a teacher in Plano, I get paid once a month. So imagine getting one paycheck and you have to work the next 30 days or 31 days, depending on what you have the budget with and so forth. So I went to 7-Eleven, Kevin, 7-Eleven. And it's a very household name brand, right? Everyone knows. I went to 7-Eleven right on Hebron Parkway. Frank Schmeller and I know about that very well. We know of that area. We drive by it multiple times. And that was a place where I walked in and I filled out my job application, hoping to get a second job to work after school. So, wake up at 6, get to home by 6 p.m. And I asked them to give me at least an hour to freshen up so that I could work from 7 to 11 or maybe 12 midnight so I could do the next thing again. But they never called me back. So I think it's a blessing in disguise. Yeah.
So who introduced you to the business? How did that happen?
Great. I'm so glad. Yes, there's this girl from church. Her name was Kim. We knew each other within the family years back. And she said, like a couple weeks later, after I was waiting for a phone call from 7-Eleven, I thought it was a very convenient place for me to work since it's right down the street from the apartment. She called me up, and man, I did not understand a thing she said. She said a lot of things there, but I did remember the word money, because I was already willing to give an hour of my life for $7.25, at 7-Eleven. And selling Gatorade, cigarettes, beer, those were convenience stores, that lifestyle.
Yeah.
She said something about electrical service, energy, online-based business, and along that line. But what attracted me was I needed extra income. I just desperately needed extra income somehow, just to make ends meet.
That's awesome. So yeah, I firmly believe, right, God put you in the right place at the right time. You got to recognize you're there. So you recognized it. You joined the business. Now I know a little about your story. You struggled there kind of at the beginning, and then once you kind of caught momentum, you promoted to RC, SC, EC, and then finally National Consultant, and got into the $1 Million Club. But I got a question. So think back over your time at Ambit. What was the kind of the biggest struggle that you had in building your business, and kind of tell everybody how did you overcome that? I know everybody has more than one, but think back and say what was the roughest time that you had, and how did you overcome that and keep going?
Yes, I do want to give you guys a good timeline here, and it's humbling experience for me to look back. It took me 6 months from the time I signed up to hit regional. So 6 months in regional. So don't give up, y'all. Like, don't give up. And it took me from the day I became regional to senior, it took me 18 months. So total of 2 years just to hit senior consultant. And then when I hit senior, I knew my leadership skills had to, Ambit demanded my leadership, demanded more time, demanded more energy, because I have a team now to really build to hit executive. And of course, that just took me about, I'll say 13 months or so, or less than a year to hit from senior to executive. And that's one thing I knew, that's a timeline, and I kind of understood something. But during my challenges throughout the way was, one, I had to change my mindset. I had to start thinking like a business owner to operate an online-based business. It's no longer like an employee mentality where I sit, wait, get paid by hour. I really have to make things happen. And that was the hardest thing for me to do. Stop, wake up, like think about what I can do to my business. And I'm the owner of this. I'm the full CEO of my own C number. I have to really take full responsibility of my business. And there's days where I really want to quit because, oh my goodness, it's just so hard. Everything I'm doing, everyone's thinking, you get opinions, people send you, give you their own review about the business. And it's not something, you always want to hear, but I knew it was just being a part of the journey. So that was kind of the challenges and the mindset.
That's awesome. So we got a big event coming up, Millionaire Mastermind 4, but we're not going to talk about that yet. What I want you to talk about is for anybody here, just tell them really quickly, how important Ambit events are. Not just the training events every once in a while, but the weekly business presentations, the power rallies now that Ambit Energy is doing, Ambition that's coming up. How important are those events, not just to your business, but to your entire team?
Yeah, it's vital, absolutely vital. And I'll give you one phrase: out of sight, out of mind. Out of sight, out of mind. All these events, especially the Millionaire Mastermind, the rally, it gives you insight in mind. You are operating Ambit 24/7. You are operating Ambit. This is your dream, your goal, your why, your vehicle, everything that's there. Having that constant exposure kind of wakes you up. It's a full awakening. Like, I'm still in the business. I'm still in the business. I'm still in the business. Not just that one moment. It's every day. Know that you are in the business and operate it every day. It is so important. And the other part that I always think is proximity is power. I need to hang around with a Kevin and Rose Duncan. I need to hang around with other leaders who've done it. I need rub shoulders with giants. And this is essentially what an event is right here. When major big old leaders get together, there's a massive explosion. You're going to learn so much more. And I'm still learning. After 14 years in Ambit, I feel like I'm learning every day. And when I talk to you, Kevin, not just during this interview, but during our breakfast we had the other day, and during the time we went to visit other consultants' office, and miniature talks here and there. Even though I drove down to Houston and had breakfast with you about a couple weeks ago, that was great to sit down, bounce ideas off each other, and really like support each other, encourage each other, motivate each other, and in quote unquote we inspire each other, because these are real human beings next to us, friends and family who really move us forward, and they're not the one that says no, it's not going to work, negativity, nothing like that. Once you get this major event, just trust me, the major event here, this is your tribe, this is your flock, this is where you want to be, because dreams happen with those who are making it happen. And this is where you find the people like that. And I highly encourage everyone who's listening now, sign up, teamambit.com, get in there, really feel it. When you get there, just not for you, but for your team, don't go in alone. Don't ever go to any event alone. Bring a bunch of team up there. And Kevin, allow me to tangent here. Our other Millionaire Mastermind we had, I had people, my team spoke, like Jonathan Drew, Jake Hughes, and they were on stage and you were organizing that. And they had team members who were coming in. It was so great just to see a vibrant organization, a vibrant structure and team and company coming all together and making things happen. To me, that's like awesome. Kevin?
It was. And I 100% agree with everything that you said. Events are vital to your business. And if you're not attending them, you've got to put time aside for that. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Listen, we got more interviews to come. We've got a lot of speakers that we're going to talk to, and you guys are going to get to know a little bit more about them. But now you know Thien Bui, rock star out of Dallas. Where are you at in Texas?
I'm in the small town called The Colony.
The Colony in Texas. That's up somewhere north of Dallas, right? Yeah. All right, Thien, man. Hey, thank you very much for taking some time out of your day. We're gonna continue these interviews all the way up until May 1st, and man, we can't wait to see you guys there. So make sure you show up to see what Thien has to say about his topic at the Millionaire Mastermind. All right, thank you very much.
Look at that. Can't wait. Thank you, Kevin, for everything. Appreciate it a lot.
All right, man. Thank you. All right.